Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing great. The other day when I was talking about the things I do to keep myself busy, what I do all day, I totally forgot to mention I've been working on the van. I've been wanting to just get all the weight out of it, and so just hold on one second. We're going to do something else before we get into that. Okay, just hold that thought. Okay, what we have over here, and I'm going to move the camera. Okay, so anybody that's new here and wonders why I have plastic on my walls, it's because I have cats. And this would just be a big old scratch and post for them if I didn't have the plastic up. But this area, this actually goes in my front window. I put it there because there's just a little strip right here, just this wide, that Mabel, I saw her one morning scratching in this little spot where there is not any plastic. And I don't know whether you can see this, but look at that. I only caught her doing it once, and she might have been doing it before. I don't know. That's the first time I saw her. So I had put this thing up, which goes, like I said, in the front window, in the window of my door there, but I don't use it anymore because I have that curtain. But what I'm going to do instead is, remember these? I still had one left. I'm going to go ahead and put that right here. And, I'm going to take the plastic down. But, I'm going to do that right now. I'll just pull it out. Because I have those, a couple more sandals. When I bought these Born ones, it took the little flip-flop spot away, and I have no place to put them. So I thought I'm going to use this. I will use this. Just somewhere else, because I'm out of I have none of this plastic left. Ugh, for heaven's sakes. Hold on a minute. Sorry. Okay, we'll use this somewhere else. But what I want to do is put this here and like that. And so I never really did find another place to put this. Come on. There we go. There's one. Oh, it didn't even tighten up. I mean, you see that? She's an animal. What can I say? She's an animal. We'll put it right here. There. And then I'll put one here. For now, I might tack this down a little bit better later. But for now, and this will keep her from scratching. Yeah, every once in a while they'll find a little spot somewhere that really appeals to them. And mostly Mabel. And they'll start working on it. I don't know why. I mean, they got a big, huge scratching post over there. I don't know why they need to do that. So I'm going to have to put up some more of those. Okay, and I think one more. Oh, exactly how many I have. Cool. So yeah, she finds a spot, and she worries it with her little claws. This had worked its way out, and if I allow them to do that, they'll scratch on this. They weren't like that in the house. Well, Mabel was a kitten, so, but like I said, Jeff didn't do that kind of stuff. He's just starting to do it. Anyway, so now I have a home for my flip-flops. But you know what? We'll see if this works. What I did, instead of getting Gorilla Glue that day, I went ahead and got the JB Weld. They had 10 different kinds. But what appealed to me about that was, actually it's an epoxy, so I don't know how well it'll hold up. But what appealed to me is, what did it appeal to me? Oh, you can use it on fiberglass, and since I live in a fiberglass egg, I thought it would come in really handy. We'll see. Don't know. But okay, there you go. That's where I put the next one. It doesn't get in my way because I don't really lean that far back there, and yeah, they're cool. Now they might get this little strip in here. She might do that, but I have the plastic here. I did that between the window and this cabinet over here by the bed. I just had to take a strip off like that because Jeff found that little strip and he started scratching, and then Mabel found it and she started scratching on it. And it doesn't take much to pull this up, you know, that fur up, that red fur. Up above here, every once in a while she'll kind of worry that a little bit. It's a little hard for her to get used to. What's hilarious, and I don't, is see this spot here above the door? Here we go. See this up here? Sometimes she does her zoomies, and yes, these cats do the zoomies, especially Mabel. And I look over, and she'll be hanging from the ceiling of the I just laugh at her. She can't do too much damage just hanging there. It's when they claw that problem. Anyway, okay, so what did I talk to you about at the beginning of this video? Oh, the van. So I want to get some of the weight out of the back end of the van. And, you know, I'm not using it anymore. It had that plywood going across there and the 2x4s. And so a few weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago or so, I started pulling all that out because it's heavy. And I ended up giving that to people in camp, you know, especially 2x4s are real popular. Yeah, so I pulled all that out to take some of the weight off of the van because she's towing now and there's no sense having it there. And also, what you guys, I don't know if I ever told you guys because I built that van out a long time ago, but it's a passenger van and it had seats, passenger seats in the back, and in the very back it had a little sofa couch that you could lower into a bed, and I took it out because it was not comfortable. And that wasn't a problem, but what the problem was I could never get the metal framework out. There were 4 bolts holding it into the bottom of the van. I could never get it out on my own. I did get the seats out, the second row seats, but my nephew-in-law helped cut the bolts that were sticking up out of the. I could get the chairs out, but he had to cut the bolts because they were sticking up out of the bottom of the van. But I could never get the 4 bolts undone to get the metal framework, and it was like up this high. It was like, I don't know, 2.5 feet, I don't know. And so what I did at the time was I just built the 2x4s, the whole bed over that. And, you know, it's kind of got in the way a lot of times when I was putting things underneath the bed, you know, scooting it back. But that's all I could do at the time. It wasn't until later that my nephew-in-law helped me with the bolts where the seats were. And by then I had the bed built. So anyway, what is cool is I decided to start taking all this stuff out. And I got all, like I said, the 2x4s, the plywood and everything, but we still have that frame there. So when I was at the other campground, I kind of got to be friends with the camp host down there. I think he's in his 70s. Really nice guy. And I was talking to him one day, and we got to talk, and he had a reciprocating saw. And so what ended up happening is he helped me take that out. He did most of the work. Sweat and blood. I feel so bad because it was hot out. But I did get one out by myself. But we ended up, that reciprocating saw didn't work either, and we eventually did get that framework out, and it was just so wonderful because I've wanted that out since I got the van. So that, it leaves the van completely open in the back, which you will see, and everything that was in my garage underneath the bed that you couldn't see is now on the bed of the van. So it's kind of messy right now, but it's just nice to be able to open the back doors and actually, if I want, walk through to the front of the van without that bed and stuff there. But I have a lot of plans for that van, and I move at a really snail's pace, so it's, and if there's any money involved, it takes forever for me to do things. So yeah, I'm going to take you over there, let you look in, and we'll kind of look at what I have left there. In the van, I do inherit the hoarder gene, so it's a constant battle for me to get rid of things. But I think, as far as hoarding goes, the only thing that I really am having a problem with right now is books and clothes. I don't have fancy clothes, but I just like to have a choice on clothes. They're not nice clothes, but they're comfortable clothes that kind of found out what kind of clothes I need to live this life, and I just like to have them available to me. So I probably could downsize a little bit more on that, but the other thing's the books. And everything else I think I pretty much need back there. So we will go back and take a look at the van, and it is a mess because I have plans for it in the future, but right now everything's just on the bed of the van. So we'll go back there and take a look. Okay, as I was saying, it's pretty much a mess back here because this stuff here and this over here, except for this big propane tank, which goes on the trailer as soon as I get that fixed. This was all underneath the plywood in my bed. And now it's just out here all over the place, and nothing I can do about it right now. I actually like it where I can get to all of it. But I'll just look at it real quick and tell you, what some of this stuff is. This is the traction boards. I have a tow strap over here behind this propane tank. We have tools for back in the corner there for changing the tire. I have my small propane tank right there for my Coleman stove. There's a grill. This is a galvanized tub trash can that I use when I'm boondocking to put, when I clean the cat litter out, I put it in a bag in there every day. And that's real nice, and I keep that outside. Just my jugs to wash my hair, some cat litter. Over here in one corner, and over on this side is tools, but you can't see them because they're underneath things right now. But I got my curtains, and this blanket goes to a nomad friend of mine that I haven't seen in a long time, and it's for puppy dogs. And my Coleman stove. This carries my power cords and all that stuff for the batteries and solar generator and everything I have, actually. This I can't seem to get rid of. I want to, and I started to, but I started to get all weepy when I tried, and that's my little suitcase full of seeds for my garden. And I have all these vegetables and flowers, seeds, and everything in there, and I just can't for the life of me get rid of it. So I'm getting all teary-eyed, so I'm not going to do that now. I can't find the cat's food up here in the mountains, so I had to order it in bulk. And let's see. Yeah, we got a bag of charcoal. Up here is a backpack I use if there's a shower in a campground. I have my towels and everything, and I take that when I go to take a shower. I don't wear a backpack when I'm hiking, so I have a hip pack or a waist pack or whatever they call it that I take on hikes. If you see these lines up here, these black lines, I strung this up, and I dry my clothes on those. Let's see, did I forget anything else? Yeah, so far this stuff pretty much in the back are all keepers. I have an extra butane stove over here that I'm going to give to somebody that needs it. Yeah, so that's all keepers. Where we run into problems is as I'm moving up, and this is where we run into a problem. All this, and all that are books. So that's taken up a good portion of my storage here, and I need to stop collecting books. I'm reading as fast as I can. Over here I have my shower tent, and this is where I put the solar panels, right? I slip them right in here. Back behind me here, of course, you can't see it, but this is my refrigerator. And then I have, well, that's trash. This is my yoga mat. And my Blue Eddy what was that? That's an EB55, which runs my refrigerator. You can see the solar coming in here, and this goes out to the fridge. Over on this side is all cat stuff, and you know, there's not much I can do about that. I've given away a lot of cat stuff, but clear down there, cat stuff. There are a few little odds and ends in there. I have some gardening stuff and like my lights and heat mat, and of course we have a carpet for outside that a friend gave me. Over here, excuse me, this all contains, now at one time I had my food in here, but now it just contains, there are some foods in here, a little bit storage for that, but this is all my crafts basically. Sewing, cross stitching, I have some jute and beads back there for necklaces and bracelets. If I ever do this, so far I haven't been in the mood to do anything. I do a little cross stitching here and there, but you know, I just haven't been in the mood to do it. But this is a lifetime's worth of things I've collected for crafts, and it would be difficult and expensive to replace, so I just keep them here. They don't take up that much space. And then of course there's my sewing machine. Over here I wish I had a lot of places to hang clothes, so I would rather hang clothes and fold them and stick them somewhere. But yeah, these are the off-season jackets and long sleeve shirts and things like that. Underneath here, I keep all my water now, but I was carrying around like 13 gallons. These are all empty at this point, but I was carrying around 13 gallons, and it dawned on me when I was cleaning the whole van out, why am I carrying 13 gallons of water when I'm in these, you know, these parks? So I used it all, and I'm leaving them empty. I will fill them back up when I go out, I leave New Mexico and go out across, go on my little excursion. Then I'll fill them all, because it's going to be hard time finding water then without paying for it. But that's it. This is pretty much it. I don't have enough time to tell you what my plans are, but yeah, I do have plans for all this. I will keep this cabinet, but yeah, this was all out of sight before, and now it's out here in the open. But to tell you the truth, I like being able to just have an open space and walk through here. But I have plans for all this stuff and get them up on shelves and everything like that. I just haven't had the time, and I don't have the money to buy what I need to do it. And we'll talk about all this later, what I plan. I am going to do a no-build inside the van, because I like the idea of having this extra home. Is basically what it comes down to. So I'm rearranging in a totally different way than I had it before. And it's going to be very lightweight, no wood, no 2x4s or anything like that. And well, you know, I want to say all this other stuff, but for now we'll just leave it at that. And I'll let you go for now, and I will tell you about what my plans are here in another video. So I hope you all are doing well. I'm going to let you go for now, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye-bye.